Let's do a Covenant 25 next. But there's something I wanna try. And specifically with Primordium. But we have played Primordium just in the daily challenge, so maybe I'll do that another day. There's another champion I haven't played in a while that I really do want to play. And that's her. Yeah, feel like playing some Awoken today. Let's randomize the ally clan and head in. So, we are fighting Daedalus with damage shield on the bombs, Arcus with Rally and Incant Dark Shard, and Seraph with Spell Consume. We are Stygian, traditional as our secondary clan, and the starting cards are Preserve Thorns and Divine Grasp from Awoken and Crypt Builder from Stygian. A lot of magic damage we have here. We start with Preserve Thorns and you offer us Channel Heart. Hard to turn down. Didn't get Cultivating, which would have been interesting in this specific scenario. You know what? I feel like going Bristling and using the Sentient to buy time for my other units. Maybe I should have looked at the map. I really want a Stygian banner. I want a good scaling Incant unit with all the zero cost spells and offering spells I have. Let's go with armor. We only have spikes 10, so that's not enough to kill backliners. This floor is capacity reduced, but that doesn't matter. We can't use the 5th capacity anyways. So I think I am just gonna set up the bottom. Put out some damage. This is a nice hand. Use 2 stings here. And a Crypt Builder there. And another sting. That worked well. Now we heal up a bunch. Not that we get anything from killing that guy, but... we're close to the kill, but not quite. But any sting or such will get us the win. That's good. Worked well. Steel Enhance or Razor Sharp Edge with Vine Grasp. I want a Razor Sharp Edge. Titan's Gratitude, Helical. Titan's Gratitude became a really good spell when he gained attuned. And Nameless Siren is gonna be our scaling damage. Looking good. Looking very good. Let's go to the left. I do want another Siren if I can get it. I wish there were a scaling frontliner here, but there isn't. I could make a defensive Siren, that will work. Was hoping for consume removal. Didn't get it, but that's fine. Let's upgrade the Titan's Gratitude to deal 75. That's just such a impressively powerful upgrade. A 75 damage spell for 0. That's just great. Really helps us deal with frontliners. Yeah, let's take a unit draft. I was hoping for some more gold, but... Okay. I think we want to set up on a higher floor. The second might be a good choice. I want to increase the amount of rage I gain. Or deal some damage to this guy. Deal some damage right now. That's not gonna do it. Guess we have to use this one. And we need the sentient to stay healthy. We don't need the other siren necessarily. Should have played the other winegrass before I finish them off, but that will do. Let's kill the frontliner here and cast another spell. There we go. That's a win. Glimmer, Wildwood Sap, or another Sting. While I would like another Sting, I feel like I need some health gain. Some sort of thing. I'm looking at this Wildwood Sap and it might just be exactly what we need. No. Animals of Will, Husk Hermit, Titan's Entry. Basically we have a better Titan's Entry in the Sentient. And I don't want any of these Awoken units. Not that Animals of Will is bad or anything, it's actually quite good, but not exactly what I want here. Multi-strike on stats and stats on the backliner. And yes, this is what I was looking for. Now we do have a pretty solid floor, income floor. Go away, Dante. I'm not interested in you at all in this run. I do have my strategy and it doesn't involve you. I'm sorry. If things were just a little different, I might have taken Dante. But the upgrades went so well. Let's put our Incants on the top. Sentient on the bottom. Might as well have a train steward behind. Let's get some regen online here. We can kill this explosive. And I do want to set up the Nameless Siren, so I guess this is what we do. Now we need to cast a lot of spells on the top floor. Heal up. Might as well kill this guy. Sure. The Sentient is not going to be that important anymore. We now focus on scaling the top floor. The Sentient just softens everyone up as long as she stays around. Do want to be able to play a Frozen Lance off? No, that doesn't matter. I should just play all the spells first and then play the Titan's Gratitude. Yeah, I care about every Incant trigger here. I don't want to miss even a single one. The armor gain is still quite slow, but we also haven't drawn our Preserved Thorns for a while here. It's actually not helpful. Wanna cast as many spells as possible. The regen might actually matter. I should have played all 3 restores. It almost mattered. Rail spike, very nice. Not interested in these units, I want draw. I need draw. Capacity wouldn't be terrible either. That means we could fit the Sirens on the same floor as the Sentient, which can be helpful. I want the removal and the extra relic. Anvil seems good. We have Rail Spike and 2 Crypt Builders to trigger it. Frozen Lens seems like a really bad card in this deck, but at least it's a spell. Let's get the Train Stewards out first. No draw available, but more spikes is also quite helpful. That seals our... that's the final stone of the puzzle, final piece of the puzzle. As long as we are actually able to play that totem safely, we should be very strong now. Extra draw next turn is welcome. Regen and then wrong floor. Doesn't really matter. That's the main problem with the Lodestone Totem though. I don't want to delay the Sirens. I think the Wildwood Zap could do quite a lot here. Keep the Sentient alive for much longer. Can I get the Train Steward out now? I think so. We do have a Titan's Gratitude this turn, which is very nice. Well, these weren't the best spells to hit, but... this was still a very good turn. I need that totem down. Do I? Do I? I think I do. It's worth taking 3 damage here. Yeah, I really needed that totem. Next time we might have to take damage again, so we can actually play enough spells to win. One more spell should win here. I can play out 2 of those. Yep, I walked out. I would like a focus growth, to be honest. It triggers the Anvil, and it's a good way of healing up our Sentient with a single spell while still drawing extra cards the next turn. Frenzied Swarm is actually really good, isn't it? It's okay. It's not that good, but good enough to include in the deck. I want something like this. We're still missing an upgrade slot on the Nameless Siren, and honestly, relics could be a big deal for this deck. X-Course cards. We have a Rail Spike. This is very good with the Bristling Sentinel, giving her 20 and later on 40 attack, just like that. But first Hell Pact makes our Rail Spike go crazy. Gonna buy some extra health for the Lodestone Totem, just in case. Let me think. Yeah. You know what? Let's go with Multi-Strike. The Lodestone Totem will be our defensive mechanism. Hi Tartare! 2240. I think that was correct, right? Mark of Invasion. Can we deal with this? Yes. I am pretty confident we can deal with this. It's actually one of the easier trials for us, I think. We'll take some damage to the top floor, guys, but... Ooh, this is annoying. Not just one Siren with Multi-Strike, 2 Sirens with Multi-Strike. Well, hope we have enough spells this turn. Oh, that looks like a clear yes. Yes, we do. I'm not drawing any cards this turn, so I might as well start with the Crypt Builder and make everything else free. Do we need any help on this floor? Titan's Gratitude and a Sting will kill the frontliner. But that doesn't even... That's not even my priority. Let's just heal up a bunch and then play the rest on the top floor. If I remember correctly, Hell Pact plus Split Anvil will make this count as a 6 cost if we play it now. But that might be wrong. Please don't discount the Rail Spike. Well, that just happened. Just wanted some room in my hand. Okay, this time around this will work better, right? Draw 6. Draw 5. Okay, so no, it doesn't count for the Split Anvil. That makes sense. Maybe that was a bug that existed in the past. Don't quite remember. No need to daze if the enemy has 0 attack. Are you serious, game? Another Rail Spike? Nice. Nice, this is going extremely well. Oh, no Merchant of Magic until the final ring. Makes Ice Storm much less appealing. If we can't upgrade it at all for such a long time. And I don't want the other two cards. Let's get a Train Steward and a Restore out of the deck. The Restores are no longer useful. I mean, we just dupe another Rail Spike, right? With the first Hell Pact. It's even a good thing if you Rail Spike into Rail Spike, which is normally the only issue with having that many Rail Spikes in the deck. But with Hell Pact, it suddenly becomes very clearly the best card. No reason not to play it here. Nameless Siren, Nameless Siren. Then another Rail Spike. I think I'm gonna keep the last one for now. The Wildwood Sap seems pretty unimportant by now. I could have played a spell first, huh? Now, pretty much my whole deck is cost reduced with a Rail Spike. Well, there are still quite a few cards that aren't, but... but it's pretty close. Dark Shard on the top floor. Let's heal up the Sentient this turn. And help her out a little bit. I am gonna play the Razor Sharp Edge on the top though. Because it's my last card in hand, there's nothing that can get increased in cost by the Incant. I think we are ready to face the boss at this point. We have been ready for a while. Oh yeah, I'll take a deep offering, I'll take more draw, I'll take any amount of draw. More draw is good. We have so many zero costs. Let's look for as many relics. Let's look at as many relics as we can get. Hey, it's draw. What else? None of these. Sigilled Seaweed seems unimportant here. No draw. But we'll take the spike. See ya. Hi RS Jackson, welcome. Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun drawing cards. Drawing cards is one of my favorite things in this game. No reason not to take this with Hell Pact, right? We should be able to cast it for 6 next fight. These relics are so unimpressive. I'm just gonna head on. I mean, the totem fragment is actually quite good even, but I still don't really want it. We might take 20 here. 30 even. But we don't. Every spell cast is 2 armor. So if I play her first, I gain 8 armor, but she will take 15 damage. She also gains rage though. Rage medals. Let's actually cast a rail spike next. Let's get her health down so we can heal her up. Let's get the regen online. Cast more spells on the top floor. Might as well kill one of these. I am more worried about my Siren surviving than not having enough damage. So I'm gonna play the Lodestone Totem first. I don't care about the about the tank here. Draw 6. I'll draw 5 instead here. Yeah, should have played it for 3. Yeah, that would have been better. Do I have another rail spike in the deck? I do not. Maybe I want to save this one. I think so. Oh, top floor is capacity reduced. I didn't even notice that. Whoops! The cards in my hand changed position, so the hockey I used was no longer doing the thing I actually wanted it to do. Yeah, our sentient survived until the last lane and last wave. I mean, I would like to kill the winged conduit with it, so I need one more restore. That's all I need. Hand space is really a problem with this deck. Two health is fine, we have a lot of armor. don't even want to play the other Siren now. Let's just play as many spells as we can now. Well, we have one already. We don't need to play any more spells. We have a lot of damage. Feel like I want some energy instead of draw now. Preserve, Unnamed Tome, Cuddle Hex. Not really necessary. And I think we are going for the Merchant of Magic. Yeah, we get some removals with it as well, that's nice. Hell's Banners. Surprisingly good here because it can help with setting up the Lodestone Totem. Emblem of the Exiles is nice as well. Let's take a look at the Merchant of Magic here. Cost reduce a few cards. Let's remove first. With Septap, I don't think I really want to remove all the restores anymore, so I'm gonna remove 2 Frozen Lances here and keep the restores in the deck. Don't think I want Permafrost. Upgrade a Frozen Lance with Consume. Let's get cost reduction on... honestly, a restore. We don't want consume. No, we do want consume removed on one of the rail spikes. That's actually really good. Gonna blight the emblem, reroll. Is Volatile Gorge just insane for this deck? Because we have the Split Anvil, or would it actually slow us down instead? It might actually slow us down. We already have trouble getting rid of the cards in our hand, so we buy some purchase instead. There we go. Pick up the health and go ahead and finish off Seraph. Set up Sentient to deal with the Purifiers. Set up Nameless Siren. 26 damage, doesn't matter. Let's draw. And just get all the Incants we can. Yeah, this is the problem. I can't even trigger Hell's Banners this turn. We do need this Siren out, right? Then we Deep Offering, hoping to draw a Rail Spike. We did draw a Rail Spike. Let's play the Consume removed one. Do we want to play another one? Yeah. I want to get the Pyro. Apply some regen. And remove a few of these guys. Can we take one? That's fine. Let's consume the Preserve Thorns. Let's draw with the Restore. Oh, I messed up. Uh-oh. That makes things very dangerous. Not being able to fit the not being able to fit that card onto the deck. Just don't discard the Ray. Never mind, we got another one. That draws 6, that's too much. These don't get cost reduced anyways. Good thing we have that non-consuming rail spike, so I think we'll be fine in the end. Let's consume a Sting here. Play these two. And Rail Spike. I think I keep this Rail Spike still. Our defense scaling with the emblem of the exiles and the armor is working out pretty decently. Draw 5, get a full hand. The sentient somewhat healthy. Throw these things away. Also this one. Let's consume a Sting. Draw 5. Nice. I do have a plan with that lodestone. With the lodestone and the final rail spike, I think I will zap Seraph pretty hard on the pre-final turn of this fight. Let's draw first. Okay, this is the Zap turn. We will draw Lodestone as well as both Rail Spikes, so that's gonna be helpful. Draw 7, that's too much. Draw 6 is good. Actually, the problem with this is that the Lodestone will stay around and Seraph will just lose all the sap again. Can I prevent that by killing off my own Lodestone? I can't, right? So sapping any more than that is kind of pointless. So let's keep incanting. We're dealing about 1,000 a turn. So we would need about 4 turns. That's doable. But it's not guaranteed yet. We have some sap on them. Well, 1 sap at least. And that's actually enough. Without the sap, the front siren would die and we would probably still win, but it would be very close. Well, we can just play a bunch of spells this turn, so we win anyways, but... unnecessary stuff. But I do like to overkill my Seraph. Not necessarily everyone else, but the Seraph, yep. GG indeed. Tartare. Hi berries, welcome. You stumbled into a very successful Awoken Stygian Incant deck. Just killing Seraph. That... yeah. I just recently had a discussion with someone about the usefulness of Spike Sentient, and I think this run showed quite clearly what Spike Sentient can really do. Spike Sentient can really easily buy time for your other units by taking off the pressure you have to deal with, because you just plop her down on any floor and she will take out all the backliners and damage the frontliners, so they're easier to deal with. You have much less incoming damage, and the fact that your units aren't at full strength yet is much less significant. So for us that meant we had time to set up Nameless Sirens, Lodestone Totems and get them ready to kill stuff before we really had to deal with large waves of enemies, just because Sentient was thinning them out very effectively. And we didn't have to pay any attention or very little attention to the Sentient because of her large HP pool, which allowed us to play more spells on the top floor to increase our Incant count even further. And that's what I like about the Spike Sentient. I think overall the Explosive Sentient is more powerful, but this is one thing the Spike Sentient can do really well. And this deck showed it perfectly.